Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Danny, the Wicked Awesome Gardener, and today we are out at the community garden and I have not touched this thing yet. So let me tell you, it is so overcome with weeds. Take a look. Now, when I say I hadn't touched it, I actually did come out and I cleared these two of the raised beds of the weeds. But as you can see, you know what they say, if you do not cover Mother Nature, Mother Nature will cover herself. So especially this one has risen back from being empty. And then, yeah, the others have quite a lot as far as weeds and all their stuff left in. So I'm going to work on clearing that out today. I did not bring my tripod. I left it at home because I was filming in the yard yesterday and didn't put it back in my car. So I'm going to try to clear out as much of this today as I can, and then I will show you the transformation after. Whew, okay, so it's been a couple of hours of hard work of weeding, and I've managed to get some of the beds cleared, but there is a torrential rain coming in, so I'm not going to plant the things out that I was going to, and I'm not going to drop the seeds that I was going to. I'm going to come back tomorrow after work, and then I'll get these in, but let's take a look at how the beds look now. Big improvement, right? Still got to clear that walkway, and then I've got 7 or 8 beds here that are just still completely covered in weeds. But I mean, 2 hours work, that's pretty decent. There's still some little scraggly bits of clover and all that, but I'm going to scratch this up really good at the surface and just kind of dislodge those, and then we'll throw in some plants. We're going to plant some, I think this is how it's going to go. I think here, even though it's already late in the season and it's definitely probably too hot for it already, I'm going to throw in some radishes and random things, leafy greens, because I have a bunch of seed packets that fell open. So I just have a pile of random seeds, and it's all like short growing season stuff so I'm just going to throw it in a bed and just let it grow wherever. And what I get is what I get. Here I'm going to go put in my onions, carrots, zucchini, and then down here I'm going to throw in some Brussels sprouts. I know I said I wasn't going to grow any this year, but when I couldn't put potatoes in these beds, because that is the one thing not allowed by the community garden, is that you cannot put tomatoes in. Potatoes in. Tomatoes, yes. Potatoes, no. I can't put potatoes in, so I was going to fill all these beds down here with potatoes, but we can't do that. So, being that Brussels sprouts are a long season grow, I'm just going to fill a couple beds here, and then tomatoes, eggplants, peppers, all of that. So that will take care of the community garden. I'm debating, since nobody seems to have taken the plot next to me, I've debated on doing that and getting some cattle panels and putting all my melons here and the spaghetti squashes and things like that, because I don't really think I have room for them in the home garden. So 35 bucks for another grow space. Bring over my cattle panels, throw them up, and grow a whole bunch of trellised things and make it look pretty. So that may be the plan. But that's it for today. I'm heading home before the rain starts. We'll pick this up again tomorrow. Well, we're back for round 2, and so today we're going to try to tackle more of the weeds, and I'm going to get some of these plant starts put in. So these are so very overdue. These are all my cold season crops, and my onions and some flowers that just, with weather and health, did not go in. So I'm going to throw them here in the community garden and see what they do. These are some pretty pathetic plant starts over here. These are some broccoli, my onions, some hollyhocks and snapdragons. And then over here are my Brussels sprout starts. I purchased those, and a couple of tomatoes. We've got our Voldemort tomato that I always have to go out and buy. I am going to save seed from this one this year. It comes from that local farm, and it is their own heirloom. And I don't like saying the name because with all the M.I. Gardener Giant Crimson craziness, I don't want somebody to go and take their heirloom. And the name of their farm is the name of this tomato. So I call it the Voldemort tomato, the tomato that shall not be named. And then this one here is a Sun Gold, because the woman, when I was picking up this tomato, the woman said, "Oh, you need a Sun Gold?" And I'm like, yeah, I guess I do. So here we go. And then this is more pathetic broccoli that I started. And I'm sorry, no, not broccoli, pathetic cabbage. And I don't expect it to make a head, but you know what? I'll harvest some leaves. They'll be good. If I don't eat them, they'll be snacks for my chickens, whatever. So we got 5 beds cleared yesterday, and I'm mapping out kind of how I want to do them. I think, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with them. I think I've got my plan. The tomatoes, I think I want to trellis, so I'm going to put a cattle panel along the back side, and so we're not going to have to worry about trying to do an arch here. I can't really do an arch the way this is set up, so oh well. We'll just we'll put a cattle panel flat along the back, and then I'll be able to trellis them on that. And I'll grow some maybe shorter stuff in front. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll have a few staked in front. We'll see how it goes. So I'm losing the light and the wind is picking up, but look at that sky. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. All right, let's take a look at the garden. So I've still got a broccoli, some hollyhocks, and snapdragons to figure out kind of where I'm gonna put them, but here we've got the onion seedlings planted out. I'm not sure how well they're gonna do. Oh wait, let's water this. What have we done so far? Well, there's my onion seedlings planted out, and I don't know how hopeful I am of them. They look pretty sad right now, all laying on the ground. Looks like I missed a few onion seedlings. If they take it in there, that's fine. I do have kind of a fun experiment planned for that bed. Over here, I've got some very, very stunted broccoli and cabbage. And again, I'm not hopeful for any of these either. They're very spindly. I mean, the broccoli will probably manage okay, but these cabbages probably are done for. And it's kind of late to be planting them out, but oh well. This bed is looking bare at the moment, but actually I did plant some zucchini and summer squash seeds in there. And here are the Brussels sprout seedlings I got. I know I said I wasn't going to grow Brussels sprouts again, but I figured if I'm going to do a low maintenance community garden, I may as well plant things that are kind of like a set it and forget it. So these I'm going to plant. They'll grow all the way until Thanksgiving, and then I'll pull them up for dinner. And then over here we've got the Sun Gold tomato and the Voldemort tomato. I pruned those pretty heavily, planted them nice and deep. And I think all of these are feeling some transplant shock, but some of them may come back. And then next up, I've got to tackle all of that. So that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beds. And then you can't even tell, but under there is another 1 by 3 bed. It's tiny, so I'll grow something in there, but yeah, 6 more beds I've got to clear out. Like I said, I'm debating on taking on that, putting up some cattle panels, since nobody seems to have taken that plot this year. So we'll see how much time I actually have, but this is pretty good progress for, what, 2 afternoons? Not too bad. All in all, I'm pretty proud, and there's going to be more tomorrow. Day 3, more weeding, and this is 3 beds worth of weeds. You know, just a few. And here we are, almost fully weeded. We've still got a big old pile there, but I don't really want to lift the wheelbarrow another time today. See how things are faring. Most of the onions seem flat to the ground and dead, but a few of them are starting to pop up. Maybe that they just needed to be watered again, so Yeah, we'll see. Some of them will live, some of them will die. I haven't planted that out yet. That will be a project for this weekend. The broccoli seems to be doing all right. Most of the cabbage, not so much. Waiting impatiently for the zucchini to pop up. You know, like it's going to the very next day. Yeah, I know, wishful thinking. The Brussels sprouts were all slumped over to the ground, but they just needed a good water. So now that I've deeply watered these, they perked right back up. Same with the tomatoes down here. They were all flopped over, but now that they've had a good water, they perked straight up, looking good. I haven't raked out any of these new beds yet. I just wanted to water them today so that, you know, they didn't just bake. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna have to get some more soil. Like, these are pretty low in a couple of these beds. I think I'm gonna have to get like a yard of compost in and refill some of these. Like, I'm sure that the tomatoes could use a couple extra inches of soil in there. But all in all, coming along on day 3. I think I figured out what I'm gonna do for these 3 beds in a row right up here. I think I'm gonna need more cattle panels. I can't really do an arched trellis here. It just really isn't set up for it. But I've got some thoughts in here on how I can get some melons and squash up on a cattle panel. We'll see how that goes later this week. Hey everybody, Editing Danny here. I realized that I never actually filmed a sign-off to this video, so here it is. I worked really hard on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday after work to get that garden in shape. And then Thursday I had softball, Friday I had to work after work. And then today, Saturday, I'm editing the video to get it up for you guys tomorrow. I did some more work in the garden today, but I did not film any more of the transformation. You're gonna have to wait for a future video. I did plant out my peppers, and there will be a video on pepper spacing coming out later this week, as well as a video on an update with the shampoo ginger that I know people have been asking for. So I'm going to film that and get that out to you guys. But I needed to get that Shed Wars video with the peppers out, so that's going to come out first. I'm a little behind there. So thank you guys for watching. Like, it's crazy to see how much work you can get done in just a few concentrated hours over a few days, even with an extremely overgrown garden. So if you guys haven't got your gardens in, if you haven't even built a garden space yet, there is so much time. Just go ahead, get to it, get it done. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down in the comments box about what you're doing with your garden. Where are you? Are you behind? I'm behind. Are you ahead? Are you feeling good? Let me know. Thanks for coming along, guys. I'll see you guys next time when we're growing more wicked awesome food from yard to table. Bye-bye.